So now, give me the document number.
DINB 525.
525. Okay, the date was?
The 12th.
The 12th. We sold to?
B. Solomon.
B. Solomon. Okay. Now, this folio is going to be useful. Meaning, in this folio column, we just write that B. Solomon is the first debtor. So what do you do? We just have to say D. Yes. Remember, we need to know which one is the main column. According to you, which one is the main column here? Debtors will be the main column. And remember, we said the main column must include where applicable. So, I mean, if VAT is involved, we need to do that. Here we said it must exclude always, ne? Okay, and obviously here when we calculate VAT, we must exclude what? So just to check, because sometimes we can make mistakes. So whatever amount I put here, we need to include VAT. So you said the amount given to us is how much? Give me the amount so that we can analyze.
40,625.
25. This is the amount for the invoice, but we said there's a trade discount of how much?
8%.
8%. So we can either say times 8% and we deduct, or we can just say times what? 92%. We can say times, because the discount is 8%, times 100% minus 8%. So either way you get the answer, but here you get the direct answer. Yes. Like this. Yes. That's the amount after discount, and it's the one that we must put here. It's including VAT, ne? They didn't say anything about excluding, ne?
No.
Okay, it's 37375. Okay. Now, you either find, remember this is the amount for sale including VAT. You either find VAT first or sales first. So I don't know which one do you want to find first. VAT. We're going to find VAT on this one. So meaning when you calculate VAT, I'm going to say 37375 times over 115, ne?
It's 4,875.
4,875. So the VAT is 4,875. Okay. Now it's easier to find this one. This one minus, you get this one. 32,000. Can you see that? Yes. So if you wanted to find this first, you should have said 37375 times 100 over 115. So different. Yes, not. So now we must find on which amount? Yes, normally we find VAT on this. Money. So remember I said if there is a trade discount, you need to be careful. The minute you say there's a trade discount, you cannot use this one to find that. You must go back to this one, only take out, can you see now? So now we're going to say 40625. How can I take out VAT? Times 100 over, can you see now? And you get the amount without VAT. And this amount is the one that we're going to use to calculate what? Because there's a discount. Remember, if there was no discount, I was supposed to take this, use the markup. But now I must come back here, take out VAT. How much?
It's 35,326.09.
09 for now. And then, meaning, this is the amount that we're going to use to calculate what? What is the markup, by the way?
50% on cost price.
So how will I calculate if it's the 50% on cost? 100 over 150. Perfect. Same question. Different book.
Oh, okay. It's 23,550.
15. Yes.
50.73.
Can I say, just to abbreviate, to convert? Is it correct like that? You said 550.7.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's put it like this. Nearest cents, okay? So this is the cost of sales. So I want you to be careful, especially where there's a discount. Do not use this. Use the original, only take out VAT and calculate. But if there was no discount, we're supposed to say 3,500 times over 150. Check that. So we found 23551. Okay, so this is the one that we need to find. So any questions so far? So far so good.
So what happened to your clothes?
Two?
Your clothes?
I don't know. That's why I just sent an email now. Furious. Did you see that? And I'm gonna send email to everyone who is not here today, irrespective of when today, because they don't take me seriously. So I only send a few, and then those 4 parents called me and just to confirm. So others I'm gonna send everyone. Can you see now? I just want them. So but don't worry. You know, it's Friday, I understand, but they need to come.
Yeah, but
So don't worry. If you're here, you're safe. Okay, let's go to the next one. Fridays, we all like Fridays. I also like Friday, but I must come here. And I've got a lot of energy on Fridays, by the way. Welcome back.
so since it's only 3 of us, you should buy us breakfast.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna bring my cards and everything and just yes. So guys, for now it's a chance to ask a question around this one. So I just want you to be careful. You must know when to use this amount to calculate that amount.
When to use what amount?
This to calculate that. And when not to use it.
When do you not use it?
Yesterday, remember we said you either use this one or this one depending on the nature. Remember here there is a discount. If there's a discount, you cannot use that amount to calculate cost of sales.
Oh, because you have to put back the discounts.
Yes, you must use the original one, which is this one. Just take out what?
That.
And use this one to calculate. Can you see I used this one? I didn't use that. But if there was no discount, I was supposed to have 3,500 times what? 100 over 150. Because the markup is 50% on costs. These are the questions that I gave you before, né? The stable one. Question 25. Okay, no problem. If you're ready, let me know and we can go to the next one, guys. Remember, we identified already. We know where to go. Okay. Please make sure you've got this information. You can take a picture because I'm going to erase this one and then go to the next one. I don't want to go to the next one with the same info. I don't want to confuse you, okay? So make sure that you take this info. Can I erase? Now, what is the next date?
The 19th.
The 19th, the source document.
It's DINB 526.
52. Thank you very much.
It is the Joker.
D jungle. And then folio.
D2.
D2. Do we have our side? How much is the amount?
112,860.
100 and?
12,860.
So this is the sale given to us. Remember they said all the amounts are inclusive of VAT unless not applicable. But we know that when we sell, VAT is what? Applicable. That's why we don't even ask whether VAT is included or because of that statement. So, do what you do best. You can either find sales or VAT first. I don't know which one do you prefer to find.
How much is that?
Between sales and VAT, which one are you going to calculate first? VAT, okay. Your VAT is going to be 112,860. I'm going to wait for you to tell me. This is the VAT calculation.
It's 14,720.
Show me how you did. You said times?
Sorry?
How did you find it?
So why do you do it that way? Can you do it the other way?
Huh?
It's 15 over 115 multiplied by 112.
Did you get that?
115.
Yes. You got?
14,721. It's rounded off.
No problem. Okay. And then that's the VAT that I'm going to put here. 14721. Can you see now? And the minute you find this one, this must be obvious because it's the difference between the two. Or if you want to use it or use the Sylvester's way of doing things, how can you do it? Remember, the Sylvester's way is the impressive way of dealing with things. We can say, for the sales, 112,860 times over. Can you see now? You'll get how much?
Sorry? What do we calculate these sales?
There are two ways. It's either say this minus that.
98,139.13.
98,131.
139.
Yes.
0.93. 0.13.
So I'm going to leave it like that.
Yeah.
You see now? But there when you say that, if you say this minus that, how much you get? Must be close enough. Huh? Same amount.
Yeah.
Okay. So, can you see? There are different ways of showing it. You either do it this way, or just do this. It doesn't matter. As long as you get the answer correct. Please find the cost of sales for me. I trust you. The cost price or the cost of sales. Now I think it's going to be easier because you don't have to check which amount must I use. There's only one amount that you can use, which is visible on the board to calculate cost of sales.
I got 85,338.
85,338. Point?
26.3.
I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Did you get the same?
No.
Okay, let's do it. Let's see. They see they didn't get the same. You must take which amount, obviously? Which how much? 39 times 100 over 150. What do you get?
Oh, 65,426.
426. So meaning that one. Remember the markup is on cost and you're using. And you cannot just say minus 50%. It doesn't work like that. You're gonna get wrong answers, okay? So just can you see now? We used this amount because the discount is not involved. if there was a discount and this amount was discounted, I was supposed to go to the original amount, only take out VAT, and then calculate cost of sales. Don't forget that. What I tricked you.
Sorry?
That's why I'm saying we use this amount because we don't have what? Discount. Like the previous one, we didn't use this amount because the discount was involved. We had to go back and check how much was the original amount. Only take out what? VAT. Don't take out what? Discount. And calculate cost of sales. So you must be careful. So whenever you see discount, you must know something's going to change. Are we together? And please remember the markups. I've been preaching about the markups. I think you're even bored when I talk about markups. But they're here. Can you see we cannot leave them now? The previous sections we had to know how to calculate markups only. Now we must know how to calculate and record. So please make sure that you know how to do it. Any question, guys, before I move on? I want to create space once again. We need to write a test next week on these things, okay? And we're gonna write it. You're gonna choose the day for me. Before we go, for now, you can check the timetable and tell me when will I see you next week. But if I see you on Monday, we won't write on Monday. Because I don't want the excuse of saying, hey, I had a very, very hectic weekend, I can't write. I'll give you time to recover. Wednesday, I see you.
No, sorry, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Can we? Wednesday is better.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I can still remind you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put it on what? On VCLA. So at least you can have time Tuesday.
It's just about.
Yeah, about the section, the journals themselves. Remember, there are 8 of them. So far, this is our second one that we are doing practically. But theoretically, we know all of them. Okay? Give me the next date, please. This one, we must just get it right, guys.
This is the debtors allowance.
One only Debtors Journal. That's all.
Yeah.
Ha! Add for me. We want the totals. Remember, you must always add. You must always add. Remember, this question only wanted you to open what? CBR and DJ. Only these two. Remember, this is just general. So, just help me. And then I think it's 5, 3, 2. Huh? Give me the figure. I was trying to use my computer. 50. Like this? That's correct. Perfect. 96. Why do I have 6?
That's because, okay, so that's not the one. Sales is 130,000.
Sales
Yes.
is 130.
Yeah.
Okay.
639.
600 and?
39.
Thank you very much.
And then the next one is 90,596.
Like this.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that.
88,977.
Thank you very much. Guys, always add 3 marks. And I told you, add. How many columns do you have? Just imagine how many columns? 4. 4 marks for free. Add in wrong figures correctly. Always add. But if the question says that do not add, you can't. So you must always add this. Okay. So guys, these are important. I'm telling you, they like CBR and the DJ. I know why. Because they've got what? Because Cost of sales, yes, and sometimes can be very difficult to calculate cost of sales. Yes.
So do you have a class like in the afternoon?
I've got the other group.
Okay.
I've got the other group. I've got the other group, yes. I think in 12:30. Now, are you okay so far? Remember I said you are not compelled by law. After finishing this, I just want you to write things at the bottom, you know. So first you decide, which one is the main column or the main account here? Debtors control. Eh? So this means you are selling to debtors. So you must tell me whether the debtors control will increase or decrease.
Sorry?
Is the debtors control increasing or decreasing here?
It's increasing.
Because you are selling to debtors. So they are increasing. So what are debtors to us?
It is,
5 groups.
oh, assets.
Assets. You said they are increasing. Under which side? This will help you. Don't take this for granted. You must know them. Otherwise, figures are going to be wrong. You don't have to put this here. I'm just saying it will help you by the time when you have to transfer to the ledger. Because they will ask you for ledger. So, I can ask you whether sales are increasing or decreasing. But the minute you put debit here, you won. The rest will be the opposite. Except, because the cost of sales must be the same as the main account. So, if I were you, the minute I put debit here, I will immediately put what here? And the middle will be the opposite. This will help you. And again, you can check your understanding. Why do I put credit here? Sales are our 5 groups. Incomes increase under which side?
Credit.
Can you see now? Output VAT is our?
It's liability.
Where do liabilities increase?
On the
That's why I put credit. I'm just saying to prove yourself. But if you forget that, you are writing a test, as long as you know the main one, do the opposite here. But this one must be the same as what? The main account. So you need to check it. Because now I'm going to show you the ledger accounts out of it. I know the ledger account is not one of the requirements, but I'm going to show you now how can you transfer. Because they will ask you. There's no shortcut here. Okay? And then I'm just saying, what if they ask you for what you call? Remember, I'm still going to have a special section on this, session on this. But I'm just showing you, I can't wait. Okay, no problem. So now, what if they ask you for this account? They can ask you, this side is what? This one is? They can ask you to open this. They will ask you any account. So I want you to know how to deal with those accounts. Firstly, you need to know that when they're asking you for debtors control, you only transfer the debtors control total because you are dealing with debtors control. Are we together? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, okay, I'm opening debtors control. Do I have any debtors control column there?
Yes.
Which is this one. What is the total? I must transfer it to which side? Can you see now? I know that I'm going to come here. Can you see the importance of putting these things? But check the month and the year for me here on this exercise. What is the year and the month? Question 25.
I don't know.
You don't have 25?
2016
I have
March.
25 that has creditors invoice.
No.
It's March 2016.
Just check. Seriously? Go, no, go to the next 25. Question 25. Not page 25. Question 25.
Oh,
Page 42.
got it.
Okay. You said which month?
March
Which year?
2016.
This is how you must write it. You said they will give you the columns. This is going to have columns. Eh? Column for date, column for details, column for folio, column for amount. So under date you're going to have, which is what? March. But this hour, we totals journals at the end of the month. The totals are always at the end of the month. So what is the end of? When does this end? Double check. March doesn't end on the 30th. On the 31st. Okay? Now, I want you, can you see guys, we mark this. We mark. Now, the challenge is, there is something that we need to write here. We call it a contra account. I want you to look at this. This is the main account. What you can do now, you must ask yourself, what makes debtors control out of all the other columns?
What do you mean what makes debtors question?
This amount consists of what? This amount. Sales, eh? Use your calculator if you're not sure. You said sales and what?
Sales and VAT.
Sales and VAT. Because if you add them together, you get what? Can you see now? So what you must write here, we call that contra account. You need to write sales and VAT. Are we together? Otherwise, you're going to be wrong. Because if you say sales only, it means only this amount is there. Can you see that? So sales plus VAT give me what? That's what the contra will be. Because of space, I'm just going to take two lines. Sales and output VAT. Guys, I want you to get this one. I don't want you to lose marks. Please remember this. Because debtors control is the main column. Unlike yesterday with the bank account, what did I say under the bank account? What did we write? When I said open bank account yesterday, you wrote what? Total receipts. And I said on the other side it's going to be what? Total payment. So bank is where we say total. But here we just say what? Sales and? Always. And we take, you must tell me from which journal. What is that journal called in short?
Which journal?
This one in short.
DJ.
How much is the total that I'm trying to transfer?
150,235.
Thank you. That's how you record from there. You do that because debtors control is the main column. And they like this account. Okay? This is when they are asking you for what? For the cost control. Remember, for now, yesterday we opened, yesterday, why did I talk about yesterday? Did I say you? I was not at the campus yesterday. But it doesn't matter. The fact is we met. Under CBR, we had debtors.
Under what?
CBR. Don't tell me that you don't know what is CBR. Yes. We opened CBR the other day.
Yes, yes.
Check debtors there. Do you have debtors?
Yes. So
you don't have them. Check debtors. Is there any column for debtors there?
Yeah.
At the bottom, what did you write?
128,000.
The bottom.
Credit.
There.
Yeah.
So if I wanted you to transfer that one here, you were supposed to go to?
The credit side.
To the credit side. Can you see now? Can you see the difference there? Yeah. But what will be the contra? Bank, because bank is the main column there. I'm just saying. But because now you don't see it, let me just focus on what you see on the board now. Okay? Next time I'm going to combine them. Let's say, let me choose anything. Let's say now they want you to sales. They can ask you any account. This is same procedure. I only focus on what? Sales. I go and find, and I take what? Where to go? Remember, you should have decided on this. They're not going to give you this. So on the credit side, I'm going to come here, the same procedure. The year, the month, but because I'm taking the totals are at the end of the month. What is the end? Can you see? Doesn't change. But remember, sales here is not the main income. It's not the main one, account. Unlike this one. So, we need to check here, okay, what is the main account for this journal? Meaning the contract for sales will be what? The main account. What must I write here? Can you see how do they differ? Debtors, contract. So, meaning, these ones here, when I open them, the contract will be the main account. I couldn't say debtors under debtors, I'm not allowed. Because the debtor is what? Is the main account. So what is the journal, please? DJ. Total that I'm trying to transfer. 39. Don't worry, you're going to get used to it. I'm just giving you the foundation. But if you get it now, there's no need for you to postpone the understanding because you understand. So for me, what matters most? The correct side. We call this contra account. Contra account. It is under details. Remember, in the exam, they will give you the columns. This is the column for date, column for details, column for folio, column for what? For the amount.